Nowadays, you can freaking cross the border from Mexico and claim to be illegal, and they'll give you what? Freaking $7,000?
On the ads, right? She's saying how she's gonna help poor families, and I don't got that much money.
They all show Trump throwing this fish food into the fish pond, like disrespect. When I voted for Biden, I was hoping for a change in the economy towards the good side, right?
One thing I am concerned about is the import and export tariffs.
I don't even know who's running the White House right now. Kind of very separated left and right. Crime rate is high.
He want to kick Chinese people out.
What I heard from outside the community is Trump. But now, what I heard yesterday...
We don't even know what's right and what's real nowadays, you know? Everything is so f***ing fake.
Hey guys, it's Alessi. You've been here before. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, this is a documentary lifestyle channel with a focus on telling the stories of real people. Today we are in Sunset Park, out here known as the Chinatown of Brooklyn, and I'm joined with my good buddy Kenny.
Hi, how you doing? How's everybody?
So Kenny is my insider source today, where he's taking me in, and we're gonna try to figure out who the Chinese Americans are voting for. Do you have any guess? What's your assumption?
We have a few, you know, but you know, Asians don't really, they keep to themselves a lot. They don't really like to, you know, express their political view. How the Chinese live in America is like, leave me the f alone. That's it. Let us live, and we don't put our heads into politics. Only a few, you know, that's educated or second generation or third generations, that they're interested in politics.
Who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Trump.
Why?
Because during his presidency, there was a video, on the news, it was showing him zoomed in, cut up video of Trump standing over a koi pond, and he had a wooden box of fish food.
Yeah.
And he just dumps it over the koi pond.
Okay.
To me, that showed disrespect to Asians, because koi fishes are sacred to Asian people.
Oh, so this is before the 2020 election, you saw this?
No. This was during Trump's presidency.
Oh, this is during his presidency. And at this time, did you like him or not like him?
I had no problem with him.
Okay, but this event takes place, keep going.
During his presidency. And then, so the news outlets, they only showed Trump, they all showed Trump throwing this fish food into the fish pond, like disrespect, like he didn't care about it. Now, fast forward to 2024, January, this video came back online again on IG, on Facebook.
Yeah.
And now it's a zoomed out video. It's not just Trump standing at the same koi pond. Mm-hmm. It's him standing next to the Prime Minister of Japan.
Oh.
And then the Prime Minister of Japan, he is the one that initiates sticking his hand out with the box of food and then dumping it over the pond.
Okay.
Trump follows his actions. Trump didn't do it first. The Prime Minister of Japan did it first.
But at that moment back then when you saw this, you immediately went, I do not like this guy. This guy's disrespecting our culture.
Exactly.
And did a lot of your family and friends feel the same way?
Everybody felt the same way.
And then recently when this came out, this video again, and you saw that it was zoomed out, it was the Prime Minister of Japan, and he was just following what he was doing, you felt what exactly?
I felt like I've been lied to. I felt like the news outlets are all liars, and it's, why do you have to do that? If it was true, you should post the whole video unedited. Just show the truth. People will feel how they feel based on the truth.
And who would you vote for in 2020?
I voted for Biden.
And you are a registered Republican, Democrat, what are you?
I'm a registered Democrat.
And this election though, you're voting for Trump.
I am voting for Trump.
Is this something that you're seeing in the area? Are you noticing more Asian Americans flip towards Trump, or what are you getting the sense of?
I don't know, actually. I don't really talk to people about the election now, besides, I don't really actually talk to anybody about the election.
But why not Harris? What about Harris to you that you do not want to vote for?
Harris, because I voted for Biden, so therefore, when I voted for Biden, I was hoping for a change in the economy towards the good side, right? Back to going all happy and bliss and just everything is all good. That's what I wanted. But I gave him the chance. Harris is part of that administration, so therefore I gave her the chance. And they are not doing the job that I expected them to do. So now when I think back on what Trump has done versus what they put him out to be in the media, it's two different things. He actually helped the economy. I was able to get cheap gas, drive my fast car, have fun. But now I can't even do that. I switched to a 2009 Sienna. It's a minivan. I don't have fun in that car.
Who are you voting for?
I think Kamala, honestly, because like, how do I say it? But on the ads, right? She's saying how she's gonna help poor families, and I don't got that much money. I think she's gonna help me out, so I'm gonna choose her.
What do you think of Trump?
I have no opinion, but I think it's pretty funny how he said some people in Ohio are eating cats and dogs.
Yeah. How were the last 4 years of Biden compared to the 4 years of Trump? What stands out to you?
I think I don't have any memories of Biden. I feel like Trump definitely did more important things in like history. Biden, I kind of remember him as like someone who keeps forgetting things.
So you think he was mentally incompetent,
Yeah.
essentially. But in terms of just like your overall well-being, life, the economy, wars, all those things the last 4 years compared to Trump, how was it for you personally?
I feel like it got worse when like Biden was here. I think Trump might have done a little bit better.
Yeah. And are you not afraid at all that maybe Harris might continue that trend, or what makes you want to vote for her versus Trump in that regard?
Usually it's the thing she's saying. She's like, she's gonna help everyone. I'm not sure if she's gonna do it, but it's like a small hope. So.
And then in terms of your number one concern, what is that?
I didn't really think about that much.
No, just like your concern. It doesn't have to be anything specifically that they're talking about, but like, what are you worried about when the president comes in? What do you want the president to address that you're worried about?
Honestly, nothing really. It's
Nothing?
like maybe like something about the economy or like the war that's happening.
And what do you get the sense from a lot of your colleagues in this area? What are they feeling? Trump or Harris more?
They're not really political either. They don't talk about it, so I'm not really sure.
Oh, really? Not even at home and family? They don't speak about it either?
Nope.
Interesting. Who are you going to be voting for in this election?
I can't vote.
You could, though.
If I can vote, I'll probably vote for Trump, even though I don't really like him. But 4 years in the office, there's no war. There's no freaking open border. Listen, my family, my whole entire freaking family, okay, except my cousins that were born here, we came from Hong Kong. We immigrated here. We went through the whole damn process. We waited a long period of time. My family waited a long period of time. We paid a lot of freaking money, all right, to get all the applications and the process go through. Then we were allowed to come into this country, you know. And when we came to this country, we had nothing, not a dollar. Nobody was there to help. No government. Nowadays, you can freaking cross the border from Mexico and claim to be illegal, and they'll give you what, freaking $7,000 per person. That's not fair. That's not fair for the people that came in to this country the right way. You know?
So the last 4 years of Biden compared to the 4 years of Trump to you, the big thing is the border.
War, and no help to the society.
Yeah.
Regardless of the homeless people, listen. A lot of people find that the homeless people and the drug addicts in this city is disgusting, but they're still our people. Mm-hmm. All right, they're still our people. And instead of freaking putting all that money and throwing it to Ukraine or wherever the you're putting it to, why don't you bring some of that money and help out your own town, your own country, your own countrymen? You know, that's what I don't like. At least Trump was doing certain things. He didn't complete the list. Yeah, but. He probably did 3 out of 10 things, you know, that he promised, but at least he did something. The last 4 years, Biden was freaking, you know, sleepwalking. Harris is just, you know, laughing and giggling away. Everything that they promised never came due, and we don't even know what's right and what's real nowadays. You know, everything is so fake. Yeah.
But what about the people that say that Harris is going to be different and Harris is going to go in and change it and that she won't? I
don't know, man. People just don't want to look at reality. Everybody's delusional nowadays. There's no reality. Everybody is in their own head thinking that, yo, she's gonna do good. If she did good, she would have done good the past 4 years, you know? She was in office. Listen, regardless of how much power that people say that limited power for a vice president, all right, to do certain things. Oh, she can't do much. She's just a figure of state, whatever. But Biden was half the time he was asleep. So a lot of the main characters that work in the White House probably went to her for advice or whatever, So she should have done something, and she never did.
And then in terms of like where you get your news and get informed on the candidates, where do you go?
I don't get any news. I listen to whatever that comes through broadcasts from TV or YouTube or whatever, or TikTok or Instagram. But you really have to use your brain to separate what's real and what's fake. And nowadays it's really confusing. Yeah, it's really confusing. You don't know what's real and what's fake,
And then if you could say in a sentence just your number one policy concern, the number one thing you want this next person to address, it could be towards the Chinese American population here, it could be towards their infrastructure. Okay.
Infrastructure. Fix yourself first, internally. Worry about outside later on. Fix your own fucking country. Make your own country really strong and powerful again. Infrastructure is what makes things work. Yeah, without the people, we are the people, the country of the people, right? This country is all about their own people. So fix your infrastructure. When you invest in infrastructure, everything else will come along the way. You'll be powerful and great again.
Who are you voting for?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you had a gun to your head right now, who would it be?
I'd probably be leaning more towards Trump.
Yeah, why?
It really depends. My political thoughts are more based off it's kind of I'm more in the middle. Like I'm, supportive of abortions, but I am supportive of as an engineering background. I do support the Second Amendment. I do support carrying weapons, especially for like safety. And yeah, I was interested in developing weapons for companies like Lockheed Martin and
And then in terms of just the 4 years of Biden to the 4 years of Trump, what stands out to you? How do you compare the two?
I'm not too sure. I haven't been too focused on anything political.
Just your well-being, overall well-being. Any trends or any patterns that you notice?
I don't think I've noticed much. Yeah.
Okay. And then in terms of just your number one policy concern, what would that be? What's one thing you want the next president to address?
One thing I am concerned about is the import and export tariffs. If Trump does take office, it could increase tariffs for shipping exports from China, which will heavily affect the cost of everything here in America.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's something I don't look forward to. Yeah.
And then in terms of just the Asian Americans in the community, what are you noticing more? Are you noticing people voting more for Harris?
I notice a lot more Asian people lean towards Trump.
Really?
Yes.
How does that compare to 2020?
To 2020, I'm not sure, but I know like a heavy amount of like Vietnamese people are very like pro-Trump, very pro-Second Amendment, stuff like that.
Wow. And then what are their thoughts on Harris, and what are your thoughts on Harris?
I don't think she's a terrible person, but I think that both sides have their ups and downs, but personally, I'm very in between both of them.
But it looks like it's going to be Trump, what you're saying.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to vote, but
you're not going to vote.
I don't think I will because I'm very on the border between both of them. But yeah.
What would it take you to vote then?
What would it take me to vote? That's a good question. I don't know. I just don't see the impact of it at this moment in my life. So it's not something I'm really considering at the moment.
Who are you voting for?
None of them.
Why not?
I think the idea is pretty much close by, but I mean, the economy-wise, both of them did a pretty bad job.
Gun to your head, you had to make a choice, Harris or Trump, who would it be?
Trump.
Yeah, why?
Well, he's a business owner, at least understand a business a little bit better than Harris.
How were the last 4 years under Biden?
To me, it's like, inflation's up, everything. I don't think it's that good. I don't even know who's running the White House right now.
How were the 4 years under Trump?
He did a pretty good job for the first 2 years, but the last 2 years when the pandemic come, I think he did not that good.
And then what would be your number one concern for the new president coming in? What do you want them to address?
Actually, it's like stop dividing the country. Like pretty much, it's like right now it's like it's kind of very separated, left and right. That's too much. And about the crime rate is high, and illegal immigrant is high, and I don't think all the resources pouring into illegal immigrant, but they don't care about the legal immigrant. So,
What do you sense with Asian Americans? Are they voting more for Harris or for Trump?
I think the older generation will be voting for Trump, and the newer generation will be voting for Harris.
Why do you say that?
Well, it's like not my kids. Like when they under like 30, they probably voting for Democrat because they figure everything get it for free, but that's not for free. So, but the older generation, they're all into family and things like that. So more conservative.
Who are you voting for?
Not Trump.
Not Trump?
Yes.
For Harris.
Yes.
Why?
I can see. Trump, not good.
Okay.
He's so bad.
He was so bad?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
He want to kick Chinese people out of America.
And what about Harris? What do you think of her?
I don't know about her, but I don't like it.
Who are you voting for?
I don't know. I gotta wait for the last minute.
All right. If you had a gun to
Yeah.
your head and you had to make a choice, who would it be right now at this moment?
Who go be right now? Harris.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because she's younger. She's like, she have more energy, and she can focus, more stuff. And we need a change. We need a change anyway.
How would you compare the last 4 years of Biden to the 4 years of Trump?
For Biden, he's like old school style. Everything he want to keep in the same way. He don't want to change a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How were for you personally though, when Trump was in office, how were things for you compared to the last 4 years of Biden when he was in office?
Honestly, I think Trump's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then in terms of the people, Asian Americans that you know, who are they leaning more towards? What does it seem?
Right now,
Yes.
before what I heard from outside the community is Trump. But now, what I heard yesterday, they changed.
Why did they
turn
change?
around.
Why did they change?
Because they heard the news, Bill Gates donate a lot of money to Trump. No, a lot of money to Harris.
Yeah.
And Edward Moss is donate a lot of money to Trump too.
Yeah.
So now it's like rich people against rich people. Like they compare who's got more structure. Bill Gates got more structure because he's been here for a long time.
Oh, so
and
the
he's
Asians, when Bill Gates
Yeah.
essentially gave his
Donate.
trust to donation to Harris,
yeah.
the Asian community sees that as, all right, we trust Bill Gates,
Yeah.
so we're going to trust Harris.
Yeah.
But what about Elon Musk? Do they not trust Elon Musk?
Because Elon Musk always, honestly, he have a lot of new style, new stuff coming out, but did everything work?
Yeah.
Nobody know.
And then in terms of your number one concern, what would it be for you? What is your concern for the president when they come in?
For me right now,
Yeah.
at this moment, honestly, I don't know. Really don't know. Okay, I think Harris got better chance.
But in terms of are you worried about the economy? Are you worried about foreign wars? Are you worried about the Asian American community not getting enough representation? What are your primary concerns as a citizen? What's the number one?
Number one, of course, the economy.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody concerned that. Second is the safety. How's the crime increase right now?
Yeah.
It's almost out of control. And the stuff you see right now is you never see it before, right?
Yeah.
So it got to be changed with a new president coming, and he or she wouldn't change it. So why we have to choose a new president? Same thing.